Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening for some of you across the globe. Welcome back to my channel, Indigo Moonlight Tarot. I know I have been away for a couple of months, and I'm so sorry to those who've been watching me and following me for not giving many updates. It has been very hard and very challenging, and I have gone through a finding myself in this new age that we are pulling into, but I have been getting a lot of, a lot of energy from the masculine side and from the feminine side. And right now, what I can tell you before I begin is that they are feeling a lot of sadness and broken heart, and like they had been kind of hit by something unexpected. So I'm really feeling that they feel the love, they feel the compassion towards you, feminines, and they're feeling the burn of separation, and they're feeling overwhelming sadness and the missing of their feminine physically. And if you guys have not met one another yet or come into physical contact, they are missing you within their spirit as well, separately away from you. So I can tell you that about the energy going on right now. So it has been a while, but I'm going to get started. I'm going to find out what's going on with the masculines. I have a lot of new decks here that you'll notice, and I'll try to give you as much information. Probably in my next reading, I'll update the decks that I'm using, and I'll give you all the information for that as well. But I really do have to give a shout out in the beginning to my really good friend and soul sister, Amy from Calico Moon. She donated a beautiful deck for the channel to support the channel, and I will put her link below, her Etsy link. These are beautiful cards, beautiful decks, and they resonate amazing for the Twin Flame journey. So just a side note there. And guys, again, I apologize for not being there, and I thank you so much to those who have been subscribing to my channel. And there's a lot of talk right now. For those who are new to my channel, welcome. I welcome you and I bless you on this journey. But there is a lot of talk because I have not been in for at least a couple of months, and I really want to apologize and get back to where we were before. This is a new journey for me, a new age for the world, and I'm hoping that I can come back into it with renewed spirit and with renewed messages for this new age coming up. And we are coming into that retrograde on the 18th of June, so prepare for that. So let's get started. We'll find out what's going on with the masculines. We'll do some verification. We are going to find out what they think about you, what they love about you. So for instance, this one is laugh. So what they love about their feminines. We're going to find that out towards the end, so stay tuned. And we'll get started with the energy and see what's going on from there. So for masculines, June 2020, what is going on with our masculines for June 2020? Okay, we have the King of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles so far. King of Cups. Oh, so a lot of hard work. Oh yeah, Ten of Wands. This kept coming out, guys. So masculines, like I said, they're very sad right now. They're feeling that departure from their feminines. For those of you in separation, they are kind of overburdened right now with their emotions and in their lives, just like many of us are. So we have the Hanged Man. So sacrifice. Like I said, something unexpected happened is what I'm feeling for many of them, and there's a sacrifice made here. So we have the Devil card here, and we have the Three of Swords. Just like I told you, there is some kind of unexpected loss and pain, and something that just hit them out of nowhere, and that's where you're getting this Three of Swords. There's some kind of breakup, some kind of heartbreak, and I knew that because I was really feeling that. So let's get into the message. So for the King of Cups, remember, Cups is water energy, and it's going to be emotional an emotional energy. So like I said, they are feeling emotional. So this is all about that balance. This is all about that emotional control and choosing from their heart or from their head. So there is a heavy decision that they have to make, and it's causing a lot of burden for them with this Ten of Wands, and they're working really hard with the Seven of Pentacles and making sacrifices here, and dropping and losing the things that don't serve them anymore, dropping their addictions, dropping their negative energy, kind of cycling all of that out. So King of Cups, so a choice between what they believe or think that they should do and what their heart is telling them to do. And when it comes to twin flames, usually that is a choice between their feminines and a karmic energy. Doesn't have to be partner, can be also family or friends. So they're dealing with that right now. And we get this Seven of Pentacles energy here with it. And that is going to be them working hard towards their goals. They are hard at work here, and picking up the pieces is really what I'm feeling. Picking up the pieces and rebuilding again. So they are building up their masculine and feminine energy again. They are reconnecting to their power here, and I just really feel like they're working really hard and diligently towards their goal, towards their mission. And like I said, a lot of that has to do with them missing their feminines. A lot of that has to do with feeling this burden, this heavy burden, heavy lifting that they are doing with this Ten of Wands. They are feeling that right now. And it's not exactly, it's not exactly something that is good that they're carrying this burden, because it's with a heavy heart, it's with a broken heart, there's loss and pain. And like I said before, I think it's something to do with a recent breakup. They had to sacrifice a relationship perhaps for some of the masculines in order to follow their heart. I'm really, really getting that connection here, because choosing their heart over their head, what they thought that they wanted. And so they're sacrificing a relationship that they have been broken out of, that they have lost, that was a burden, but they're also now burdened with the heavy heart because they had to lose what they thought, everything they thought that they knew. And so there was a lot of materialistic behavior from your masculine. They were following suit of the material world over the spiritual world and over what their heart wanted. And so this is something that they have to lose as well. It is something that they had to sacrifice. So not only did they sacrifice a relationship here with this broken heart, with this pain and grief, they also sacrificed their material wealth or material belongings and beliefs to give over to the spiritual world. So we'll see if there's anything else here before we verify these cards for the masculines. Ooh, that was a lot. First one is going to be Five of Wands, so competition, fighting off enemies. A lot of people probably playing for their affection. So like I said, this karmic energy, this Three of Swords here, there is this competition and playing for their affections and for their attention. Excuse me. Anything else for the masculines before we verify? Okay. And bottom of the deck is the Death card. So we have ending here, an ending to a painful cycle or an ending to a cycle that they were in. So an ending to this karmic energy, an ending to this relationship and to their material beliefs. And so they sacrificed all of this to choose with their heart. So this is the Crow Tarot here. I'm going to be working with So masculines, what energy do we have for the masculines? Yeah, got the Page of Wands. Oh my gosh, okay. So let me bring that up. So we have a 10 of Swords. Yeah, they've been stabbed in the back, betrayed. They are in a lot of pain right now with this 10 of Swords. Wheel of Fortune, so we have cycles completing here. We have the karmic energy coming to a complete cycle. 10 of Swords, a lot of pain, a lot of loss and grief and heartbreak. And this Page of Wands, like, this crow is just like calling out. And to me, I feel like this is a message, and the masculines are calling out, calling for their feminines to come and be with them. They really feel like they want to be close again to their feminines, is really what I'm feeling with the Page of Wands. Like they're calling out to their feminines with the Page of Wands. And this also is about seeking new adventure, seeking new relations even. So like pulling out from what they were doing. Okay? So like seeking a new relationship or seeking a new like exciting journey. So for many of them, they could be on a new journey in life as well. Masculine. Yeah. Ace of Swords. So we have the Six of Pentacles, and we have a balance scale here. So kind of like a Justice card here. There is a balance, and this is more like, I feel like this is water energy too. They're like holding a fish and everything. So there is some kind of balance being played out here, and that could be in regards to this Wheel of Fortune, in regards to this karmic energy coming to a complete cycle. So the Six of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So we do have new energy here. Maybe feeling newly inspired by something or someone in their life. So there's a clarity, a new clarity. Like I said, there's some kind of new breakthrough here with your masculines. I even see a rose over here. So maybe like a new inspiration for love towards their feminine. So for many of them, they're receiving like this new guidance, this new inspiration in their life, and it's taking them on this new journey. Like I said, this Page of Wands, they're seeking a new journey outside of what they were in, and there's a completion of karmic energy with this Wheel of Fortune. And with a lot of sixes here too, I'm getting a Six of Pentacles, a Six of Cups, and I'm getting tens as well, a 10 of Swords here, a 10 of Wands here as well. So a lot of sixes and tens, if that resonates for anybody. So they're definitely like balancing out this whole system of or cycle that you guys were once in, where there was somebody taking more than they were giving. And so I feel like they're going to finally, like I've been saying this for a while now, that masculines are going to start giving back to their feminines. They're going to start the feminines are going to start to receive from the masculines. One more card. Oh, okay, there we go. And the Page of Swords. Look at that. Page of Swords. So Yeah, I really feel this energy here. They're just kind of, feels like they're just like flying into just like a maelstrom, like a storm of some kind. Like I said, something unexpected happened for them. And maybe it was this whole realization with about their feminines choosing their heart instead of their head. They don't want to be burdened anymore with the energy that they have been in for honestly like a very long time. But yeah, they're definitely seeking other venture. They're definitely just mentally foggy where they are, and so they're trying to get out of that. They're trying to go beyond that and above that, and they're definitely, they're just real restless. They don't like where they are, and they need to move on. They need to get away and to go. And I get a lot of that from this energy of the burden, the heavy lifting, the heavy burden that they have, that they're dealing with, and they have to sacrifice all of these things. I don't believe I went over. So the Six of Cups is really important because it is them healing. So these sunflowers are a symbol of healing. That's why I really like this deck, because it's all symbolic of something within. So there's a lot of healing going on for your masculine. They are in restoration mode here. They are healing the energy. They're healing that karmic relationship that they're in now. They have a broken heart, and they're on a path to healing all of that energy. So they are definitely in a phase of healing all of those negative and heartbreaking relationships that they were in. So I do see cycles coming to completion. I do see an ending to heavy burdens and sacrificing relationships to give into what their heart is desiring. I do see that sadness and that grief and the pain that they were in with their karmic relationship. Like I said, whether that's a friendship or family ties or a relationship that they were in, which more often than not, I'm getting from a lot of my feminines, is in regards to a current relationship. But cycles are closing out for that. So let's see what other energy we have for the masculines. What else do we have? Masculine, June 2020, guardian angels. Lord, oh my gosh, these are hand in hand perfect. We have the second chakra, which is the solar plexus area and the life force chakra system. And for your masculines, that is opening up. And look at what it's opening. So the door to spirit is being opened. So just like I told you, they were in the material world, they were in the material realm, and they were choosing that over their heart's desires. And look at this, that's breaking. That cycle is breaking. They're sacrificing it. And their solar plexus chakra, their twin flame chakra, is opening up here, and they are starting to feel the spirit. They're starting to receive the spirit. They're starting to receive the connection with their feminines, just as the feminines are receiving them. So as long as you're open and you are willing to receive them, they're trying to come in. They're trying to get in for their feminines. Look, broken heart at the bottom of the deck here. Masculines, what is the energy here? June 2020, masculines. Guys, don't forget to please, if you're resonating, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. help support the channel to grow and grow the message if you're resonating. And please look below for the feature of the channel, which is I'm still offering, since I had to cut April off, I'm still offering free readings to the subscribers, to my subscribers that I have. So all you have to do is like, share, subscribe, or just like and subscribe, and I will look for you guys to give a shout out to those who win the readings. So we have victory and success here. So there is a victory, there is success in the masculine's path in their journey as they successfully close those doors that don't serve them anymore and come more into the spirit. We have caring connection. So they are very passionate for their feminines. They are very caring and loving for their feminines. And look at this strategy. So there is strategy here that they are coming up with to be with their feminine. So it might involve signing off documents, signing off divorce papers, signing off something legal, or just closing off contracts. So they're writing things down, they're strategizing on how they can come back to their feminines. It's really what I'm feeling, because then here you have man holding a heart. So we do have man coming towards you. We do have a masculine coming towards you, following their heart. And that's so crazy because we had that that card where they were choosing their heart over their head. They had to make a choice, a decision, and they were sacrificing all the old things that they had before. So you do have a masculine coming towards you, offering their love, offering their heart, offering their spirit, because now these things are beginning to open. And so rest and rejuvenation, yes. So they're in a period of healing, and we have healer of the ages here. So they're in a period of rest. They're in a period of healing and rejuvenation, and new inspiration and new doors are opening up for them, is really what I'm getting. So healer of ages. So they're in a healing, they're healing themselves. They are healing all of that old karmic energy that they were in for so long. So there's a lot of healing going on. And again, broken heart at the bottom of the deck. So sadness and grief coming from that, but we have their hearts opening up. We have the love coming forward. We have the solar plexus, life force, twin flame energy opening up in their center and leading the door to the spirit, leading to their feminines. And you guys are being guided back together because they have a lot of compassion. They care a lot about you. And they're coming forward with their heart, with the offering of their love, strategizing and signing off documents, however that might resonate for people. And they're in, these two came one after the other, of rest and rejuvenation and healing. So that is really good. They are in the right place, is what it seems like to me, to get out, out of that energy that they were in. So let's see what other energy we have. Masculines. What is this energy? Oh my gosh. Anything else? Happy. Yeah, so I'm getting like happily ever after, closing the doors, not for them, milk and honey. They're reaching that ultimate guide. Look at this, time to go. Yeah, so time to go, meaning they are closing these doors. See this door? There's a door here, not for you. So they're no longer receiving that. I mean, there's like a fortune cookie here, but they're no longer receiving the things that don't serve them. They're shutting this door off to the things that they don't need or want anymore, and it's time for them to go, time for them to leave that relationship, that situation, to be happy, to come back in You have this unfinished symphony. So the story is not over. It is not ended. The song is not done. It is still ready to be played. So they are coming back for this unfinished business with their feminine. They're rejecting the things that are no longer for them and leaving the situations behind to be happy again, to be fulfilled and satisfied with their feminines, to reach the milk and honey, that final destination of pure bliss and happiness and union with their feminines. That came together beautifully. Living here and now, letting the past go, not worried about the future, just worried about how they are getting there now, the journey that is now. And this fiery yang energy, this masculine energy, and I told you that they're feeling that energy now. They're feeling that masculine energy. They are healing it, and they are coming into it with their spirit. And cleaning up. They're cleaning up their life. They're healing their life. They're sweeping away the things that don't serve them. They're cleaning up their lives. It's very beautiful. And yeah, they were orphaned, heartbroken, left out in the cold for many of them. And they feel that isolation. They feel that separation from their feminine. They feel orphaned without their feminine because they know that's where they belong. And so they no longer want to be orphaned. They want to be happy. They want to reach that milk and honey. They want to finish the symphony, this unfinished business with their feminine. And they're getting a leg up from spirit, so they're being helped right now. Your masculines are being helped right now, and so this is going to come in fast and quickly for some of you because they are receiving help from the spirit world. And look, I mean, perfect amount that came together. So yeah, cleaning it up, clearing it out. It's time for them to go. That cycle is broken, it's ended, and they're cleaning up the mess. Afterwards, they're healing, and they're coming in to finish that story with their feminine, to reach union, to reach perfect bliss, perfect happiness with their feminines. And this your masculine coming in to their energy. That came together really beautifully. So we're going to see what else is going on. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to like relationships. So it's going to be like both karmic and for their twin flame. So masculines, their energy, what do we have going on? What are they feeling, thinking? What is going on with them? What's going on with the masculines, June 2020? Exit. Follow your heart. Look at that. Sorry. So we have follow your heart. Exit. Not being made up at all. Literally, this is from beginning to end, guys. For this group of you, your twin flames, your masculine is beginning to pick up the pieces, and they're sacrificing that old relationship, letting that karmic cycle close, and following their heart to you. That's amazing. Sorry, I know you can't. There you go. Yeah, so they finally decided to follow their heart. That's so beautiful. We definitely had, like I said, heart over head. They're choosing heart over their head now. Masculine. Wow. Those like split off, like branched. We have separation. Yes. You guys are in separation. It's something that they walked away from, something you walked away from. You guys are not together physically right now. So they're feeling the pain of that separation, but there is a recognition here, a soul recognition, a lot of Yeah, this is a infinity symbol here. So this is a soul recognition. They recognize you as what they might think is a soulmate. We call it twin flames. So whichever way it resonates, but masculines, you guys are recognized. You're being recognized, feminines, as being connected to their soul. Okay. Yeah, so we have dead end. So this is almost the exact card that was like, not for you, time to go. They reached a dead end with that relationship. It was going nowhere. That karmic cycle is ended. It's over. Exit here, follow your heart. We have Saudade. So with the Saudade card, that's kind of like, it's exactly what I've been talking about. It's a missing piece. So we have all of these puzzle pieces. These are all together, but you have a lot of missing pieces here. This is unfinished business also. It's almost exact to that unfinished symphony, because a Saudade is, they're missing something. They left something unfinished. They're missing pieces to their heart, to their soul. Soul recognition here and following your heart. They're missing their feminines a lot. This is telling me it's a lot, because everything that we've been getting is literally unfinished. Their separation, and they're in a dead-end situation, and they're ready to follow their heart. With the Saudade, it's their spirit, their soul being pulled powerfully and strongly toward their feminines. They are missing you incredibly powerfully. And look at this, mirroring. So you guys are mirroring one another, okay? You guys are on the same wavelength here. Twin flames, mirroring. Confusion, yeah. They had a lot of confusion. Like I said, I think I said it in the very beginning of the reading, that before I even, went into this, that there was a lot of, like, they're foggy, a lot of confusion going on. They didn't know what to choose, who to choose, where to go. But finally we know that they're following their heart. They were in ego, yes. So they're breaking that ego, breaking that cycle of ego, to let that go, surrender it over. Masculines. Masculine. Oh, look at that, surrender. Surrender at the very bottom of the deck. Surrendering over ego. Surrendering to the divine. So we have sparks. So they still are very much in love with you. They still very much feel that chemistry and feel that love and feel that spark. You spark their soul, their spirit, their heart, and they're drawn to you. Like I said, they're very, very drawn to you in this instance. And so we have patience here. They're being very patient with this, and it's taking its time according to how it is meant to. So they're taking their time, they're being patient, they're hoping probably as well that you're patient with them as well, but it's definitely saying that this healing process is taking its time, is taking its course. Some of you have gotten contact with them, but you still don't quite know like where you're at, because maybe they're still a little bit in ego. But what they were in, for those who haven't got contact, who are still in separation, they are still in this dead end cycle that is over, it's completing, and they're following their heart. Spirit is telling them to follow their heart, and I believe with all my heart that it's what they're going to do, because they can no longer stand missing the pieces of their heart. They know that they're missing their feminines, and they can no longer stand being away from them, because there's just something missing without you. But they still feel the sparks. They're still very attracted to you. Chemically, biologically, spiritually, soulfully, all of that. They're still very much in love and attracted to you. So let's look at the relationship here. Divine Masculines here in 2020. What is the situation? Discernment. So they're trying to discern. Okay. Like I said, discernment, knowing the warning signs, unhealthy relationship or connection looks like. Take your time, choose wisely, and look from different perspectives. So they are practicing discernment in their relationships, like I said. So for many of the masculines who are still getting out of these relationships, they are practicing this discernment now. They're discerning what is good for them, what is healthy for them, and what has been bad for them, and it's causing conflict. So there's a conflict within a relationship, causing emotional upset and tension. Something said from negative places, and need for honesty in a relationship. So there's a lot of conflict in your masculine's mind in regards to the relationship that they're in, and to discerning what is good for them and what is not. And so it's causing a lot of conflict for them. Delays and blocks. So manifesting, there are some delays and blocks. That's why for many of you, you're still in this separation, wounds that need healing. So they're moving forward, but they need to heal this pain, and they're going through a period of transformation. It's slow, but it is progress. So for many of you, your masculines are working on these delays, they're working on these blockages, and they're healing them so they can move on, so they can move forward. Because there is a third party situation. Other people are interfering with the relationship, family, friends, or their karmic relationship, dealing with miscommunication and misunderstandings. So you might feel like they might not want you, they don't love you, they don't want to be with you. That's why your separation, but it's not that at all. There's conflict where they're choosing their heart over their head, and there's delays and blocks because of this, and they're transforming and healing deeply and discerning what is good for them and what is not, so that they can move forward and move on. Another one, make a conscious choice, rising above conflict spiritually. Make a decision regarding this situation or person. So they're making a decision in regards to you, feminines, and they're practicing that discernment, looking at their relationship, looking at the third party situation, like, this is not healthy. I need to make a conscious choice about this. And laying new solid foundations, a new solid foundation building in their life, strengthening and balancing, coming anew, attracting the relationship and strengthening, solidifying the ones they have. So this new relationship is in regards to you, a new foundation with their feminines, being more communicative and honest. And look at this, addressing the things that no longer serve you, closing those doors, making that conscious choice. And right now, you're not on the same page with them. You guys are on different paths. That's why you're in separation. You're on a different path with them. And they're deciding, they're discerning how you fit in with their life, because you guys might not be headed towards the same thing in life, and they're deciding how you can fit in, and is to make sure that this third party situation is not going to afflict the one that you're in. Make sure it's not going to affect the one that you guys have together. And look at this, divine intervention, being redirected from relationships and situations that no longer serve you. Again, no longer serve you, in relationships that no longer serve you. Yeah, being redirected, and any rejection you face, see it as a redirection to something greater for you. Let go of the need to understand or make sense of things, and trust that things happen for greater divine purpose. Everything is unfolding as it should. So divine intervention. So we have that card with a leg up. They're receiving a leg up from spirit, from their guardians, from their guides, from the Lord, from the guardian angels. There is intervention here to get out of this third party situation. And things are starting to unfold as they should, and they're cutting off the things that don't serve them, and the relationship is being redirected, and it's going to help them to clear everything that is blocking. Yeah, and look at this. A physical imbalance in finance, career affecting the relationship. It's trying to work to put it back in balance. So there's some influency in this relationship, in your guys' relationship, that's affecting it, whether it's emotional, religious, spiritual, financial, or career-wise. So them making a sacrifice to come in. Like I said, there was something that they were doing where they had to sacrifice material for the spiritual. And here again, we have a soul recognition here, that you have a spiritual connection with. They are meant to be at this part of your path, and a soul group coming together. So we have soul connection. Again, that was the second time that there was something that made reference to this soul connection, to this twin flame connection. And like I said, they're going to look at this imbalance of give and take. They've been taking and taking and taking your love and being fulfilled by your emotional involvement, and they were not giving back to some of you who this resonates to. It was one-sided. They were not giving back, and I think it's important to know that this is a part of the path that they're healing, that they're coming out of, and we had that they were going to, that you were going to begin to receive, and they were no longer going to begin to just take your love and take everything that you're giving them without giving it back. So if you weren't receiving communication before, they're going to start initiating that communication. If they weren't seeing you before, then you and you were seeing them first, that's going to be reversed, and they're going to start to come towards you. So that is really good to know. Yeah, so they're coming out of a lot of really powerful energy and changes to come towards their feminines here. So as a we're going to get some messages here from Spirit in regards to this twin flame connection. So divine masculine, June 2020, what is going on? Masculine, feminines, 2020. A voyage, yeah. Tidal wave, yeah, they're coming into something that they didn't expect, like I said, for many of them. So the first one we had here was circles and completion. That's no joke. So we just saw that karmic energy. We saw the Wheel of Fortune. These cycles are closing out. So completion. There's a completion to this cycle. We have voyage, rocket. So they're taking off, some of them are taking off quickly and making a voyage to come forward to their feminines. So whether that's traveling there, or whether that's making the first step and communicating, they're definitely going on a voyage to maybe close the gap in this separation. So for some of them, they might be traveling towards you. We have tidal wave and disturbance. So like I said, there was something that hit them that they were not expecting, and it caused a drift in their relationship, and that's kind of what started to close this cycle, make that karmic cycle come to a completion, to a close. So definitely this was necessary. Something that hit them, disturbed their entire life, made them reroute to a new direction in their relationship, and for many of them they broke up and they split apart, and now it's a healing cycle, and they're trying to get over everything that, has occurred. So look, shelter and umbrella, yeah. So they're seeking a shelter for their heart, for the situation that is going on. And they're protected divinely is what I'm getting from this as well. So this, to do with protection and keeping themselves safe and being safe, especially during a time like this. We're going to get this shelter card here, safety and well-being. And look at this, 1111, spiritual awakening. You're on the right path. So your masculines are going through a deep spiritual transformation and an awakening here. And it's right, divine timing, right where it needs to be, right where it's meant to be. And 222, I've been receiving this number today. I actually said this number today, 222, partnerships and balance. Pay attention to people entering your life. Take time to balance your time and energy. So there is a balance with this relationship, with this partnership, and a completion to that cycle. Masculine. New opportunity and abundance are coming your way soon. Here. This apron one just keeps trying to fall out. So we have dove and peace. So they're headed towards peace and happiness here. This is what they want. This is what they crave. This they want to be at a place where they're not struggling anymore, where they're not unhappy anymore, and they want to be more at peace in their life. So we have 888, like I said, new opportunities, abundance are coming your way soon. So new doors are being opened here, and the light is kind of being turned on for them in this darkness as they come out of it. So we have mushrooms and dreaming, so it could be dreaming about you. Masculines are dreaming about their feminines, and you guys are really deep in dreams together, and they're also growing spiritually and missing you and feeling your energy within the dream realms, and also dreaming about these new opportunities, about this new life. And so for some of your masculines, they might be, they're finally beginning to serve their purpose. They're serving their spirit. They're serving the higher calling. So many of them are being called into some kind of service for their spirit, for this connection and relationship. So really, really beautiful energy here for your masculine. So we're going to get into some mental truths here. How are the masculines feeling in this relationship? What are they going through? What do they want to do or say? Wow. How are they feeling towards their feminines? How are they feeling towards their feminines? Oh my gosh, heart song. There goes that symphony again, music and songs, unfinished. Okay. Wow, that was a lot that had come out. And look at this. Happiness, perspective, clear headspace, better off. So they're coming into a time where they are better off without this karmic relationship. Drifting. They are drifting and disconnecting and detaching from this harmful, unhealthy relationship that they were in. They're better off. They're seeing this perspective. So there are boundaries. No drawing lines. So they didn't have any boundaries in that relationship. And I think now they're starting to detach. Like I said, they're starting to drift and see the bigger picture here. They're better off without them. Heart song. So here's a song, inner knowing, telepathy, and intuition. So they have that inner knowing about you, that soul recognition. You guys are connecting telepathically here, and they have just this deep inner knowing in regards to you. Resentment, stinging words, bitterness, and anger. So whether this is for the karmic side or between the two of you, there was some resentment that was built up, some things that they said maybe that they didn't mean out of bitterness or anger, and maybe even some things that were occurring in this relationship, but it could be the reason why there were boundaries that were set, and there's this drifting going on in that past relationship. But you guys also, I feel like for some of you, you might have some resentment here towards one another, or you towards them, because they said some things that were hurtful and that they didn't mean. Silence, stillness, and no words. Yeah, here's that separation for you guys. So there, you guys are kind of frozen in time. No one is saying anything. No one is speaking their mind or their heart. At this current moment, it's just kind of silent. Rejection, saying no, dismissal, irrational fear. So they have fear here of rejection. There's still an ego, as we saw. That's why there's silence. That's why there's no words. There was rejection. They feel they don't want to be rejected by the feminines. And they're looking for a second chance, making amends, opportunity, and plans. There goes that plan, strategizing. So they're strategizing to come towards you again and ask for a second chance. Amazing. And look at that unexpected message, unveiling and justification. There are confessions coming for you, feminine. So no, there were no words. They're afraid of rejection. And now that energy is beginning to change, the spirit is working in them, and they are looking for a second chance with you to come back in. An opportunity, making plans to do this. And they plan on confessing everything that they couldn't say, everything that was held back, the things that they said that they didn't mean. They're going to confess that truth to you finally. They're going to finally tell you how they feel about you. Look at that. Yeah, superficiality, blank, and boredom. So there was some shallow waters, some like shallow things going on karmically that was keeping them away from you, keeping them away from this connection. They were just an ego, stuck and tied down and captive and trapped. So some of your masculines are trapped in a karmic relationship. Some of them were manipulated, or they felt stuck. They're tied down. They're in another marriage. They're in a relationship, their friendship, or their family. They were trapped in all of that, and they're realizing that they're better off, and they're drifting and departing and detaching, and they're drawing a line here. And there was some resentment and shallow relationship. But look at this: open heart, softness, and vulnerability, receptive. I told you, like, you guys are ready to receive from them now. And so everybody, like, they're starting to have an open heart. It's very important to be receptive of this second chance and confessions and this telepathy, this spirit door that was open is ready to be received. Wait, cycles, and infinity. Time. Divine timing. So here we go again with this. So being patient and waiting. The time is coming, though. The time is arriving. And lastly, here we have unconditional support, whole heart, innocence. So this is unconditional love, union. They're going to do this with their whole heart. They're going to do this with the innocence in their spirit and their heart. They're going to finally make that move. They're going to confess and ask for a second chance. Even though they're afraid of being rejected, they're going to do this. And they are speaking with you through dreams and through telepathy. So let's go ahead and pull over to, I know that this is a long message, but it's been a long time since I've been able to do this. So I'll try to keep it under a certain time. Everybody has somewhere to be. What's going on with this twin flame relationship? Ooh, that one kind of came out, but I didn't mean for it to. This twin flame relationship. I love these cards. I've used them so many times already. And Amy, Calico Moon, so beautiful. Oh boy. This group is pretty easy. Wow. Okay. Meeting at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so there's going to be a meeting here between the two of you. We have divine timing as well. We'll start here. Divine feminine. There you are. They're seeking their divine feminine. Sorry, that light's like shining on that. So they see you, they recognize you, and they're feeling your energy. They're ready for you is really what I'm feeling. So they're suppressing their emotions, possibly towards you. They were suppressing it in the past. They weren't letting it in. So they're suppressing how they felt about you. But we have respond here. So there's going to be a response to your questions, to how they feel about you and things like that. So they're going to respond, they're going to confess, they're going to communicate. There's going to be a meeting here between the two of you. And you could be waiting for a response. Someone is waiting for that response. And they're feeling that pull of energy, that full moon. That's the same way that they feel that being pulled and drawn into you, feeling your energy. So they definitely feel the pull. They feel that attraction. They feel that spark, that chemistry. They feel your energy, your feminine energy. And again, we have divine timing. Something is happening here, guys, where it's time. The time is coming, and the time for them to act is happening. In divine timing, it is going to be a little bit of a wait, but it is time that is coming up very soon for many of you. So there is a little bit, you have to be patient. There was, wait for the right time. But the Spirit is guiding both of you. And this connection, your guys' relationship is ascending here. So you guys are ready for ascension in your connection, in your relationship. And it's going to be taken to the next level here. Twin flame. So they're feeling this. So you have divine feminine. We have twin flame. You guys are being drawn to one another. They're being pulled towards you. It is destined and fated. And divine timing is kicking in now. So tragedy, yeah, they were going through like a period of darkness. Something hit them unexpectedly. Like I said, there was a loss and there was grief and heartbreak. There was a tragedy. They lost everything that they knew. And look at this, we have danger. So there was danger ahead, pretty much, that they had to go through all of this. And that unhealthy relationship where they were being they're trapped and or manipulated, was broken off, and it left them kind of heartbroken, and they're beginning to realize all these things, and now your relationship is able to ascend because they've pushed those things that don't serve them anymore. Jealousy. So like I said, there was some jealous, somebody fighting for the affections. There was competition. So this karmic person, whether it's family, friend, or relationship, they were jealous. So there was some jealousy going on. They might be jealous of maybe a relationship that you had as well, but I'm feeling like it's coming more from that side because all these come together: tragedy, danger, and jealousy. So this karmic energy is kind of dangerous. It was really unhealthy, and it really tragically broke off, and now the masculine is left in a period of healing. Uplift. Yep. So we're going to get a time for healing here where they're uplifted. So they need, uplifting energy here. But they will rise again, ascension, rise again. Okay, I said that. Then you have ascension and uplift. So moving up. Synchronicity. So you guys had mirroring and synchronicity. So you guys are definitely synchronizing with one another. You're mirroring one another. What you're feeling, they're feeling. What they're feeling, you're feeling. So if you, had a question about, do they still love me and things like that, like of course they do. You guys are feeling what the other is feeling. So they do feel you still. And look, there's some reversible event. So the second chance that they're looking for to come in again, that's reversible. All those things that were said or all those things that were done, that can be reversed, and you guys can start to move on to the second level. And they're being guided spiritually. Spirit guide here. So we had that one where it was like a leg up and then being guided by spirit. So you guys, divine intervention is happening here. And they're seeing signs. Synchronicity, signs. You guys are seeing signs of one another. You're receiving signs from the spirit guides that are guiding you back together, that are bringing you guys back together. I don't know where it was, but here's discernment again. So there's that discernment. I believe it was in these ones over here, where it was talking about discernment. We have divine intervention, and then we have discernment. So this is the second time that we've seen discernment here. Unhealthy relationship warning signs. We have signs here as well. We have tragedy, danger, and jealousy. So there was something that they were in that it was really bad. And they're practicing this discernment again. They're noticing, recognizing what is a bad, unhealthy relationship. And we had that dreaming card before, and now we have fantasizing. Masculines are fantasizing about you feminines. They're fantasizing about your times together. They're fantasizing about your future together. They're fantasizing about what it can be like, what it could feel like. Fantasizing about being, loving you and being in love with you. And they're dreaming about you. And they're really feeling your energy right now. Like I said, it's a very, very powerful energy. So this is just amazing. Divine feminine, twin flame, pull energy, divine timing, and uplift, and this reversible kind of like tragedy. Their hearts can be healed, and seeing signs and fantasizing about you. It just is amazing the way it came in like that. That's why I love that thing. It resonates so much, so beautiful. So let's see finally one more thing about the masculines, what they love about their feminines, what they love about them. This is via X, and she also donated a deck to me, and so I really do appreciate that and give a shout out to Via X on Etsy. Okay. So the first thing that came out was fiery attitude. So for many of you out there, your masculine loves that you have a passionate, fiery attitude. They love your attitude, and they love that you're honest and open. You're alluring to them. So they love that allure. They love that mystery. They love that spirit, that energy that you have, that attitude, and you're very alluring to them, mystifying. That's what they love about you. For many of you, they love that kind and nurturing energy. So many of you could have been mothers, or had children or family, or they just love that you're kind and passionate and nurturing to them. And that's the energy, the vibe that you give off, and that's what they love the most about you. Under a spell. So there's that alluring. That's so crazy, because you have that you're alluring to them and they're just completely under your spell. Completely just, they love the magnetism of you. Natural beauty. So they love your natural beauty. They love that you don't need a lot of makeup maybe. They love that you don't have to be too dressy. You just have this beautiful natural beauty about you mentally and physically that they really love. And they love your confidence. So this goes with that fiery attitude as well. And they love that you're confident. They love that you're honest, like I said, and open. They love that you come in and you're really confident about who you are and about what you want. I'm going to try to pull one more here. What do the masculine spirit think about the feminine? Cool. One more file up there. Ooh, your voice. They love to hear your voice. Maybe you're a singer, maybe musically inclined in some way, but they just love hearing your voice. They love the sound of your voice. They love that you are multifaceted, so they love that you can have an attitude, be alluring and mysterious, be confident and naturally beautiful, and kind of have them under their spell. And they love, though, that you can switch that off and be kind and nurturing and soft and They love that about you, that you can be all of these things. They love the way you smell. For some of you, scent. They love your scent. They love how you smell. And they love your hands, for whoever that resonates with. If you use your hands a lot, or if you have polished nails, or it's always soft and feels nice to touch, like they love hands, they love touch, something to do with like touching hands, or they love your hands. So guys, I thank you so much for being on my channel. If that resonated with you, you can like, share, and subscribe, and you'll win a free reading if you do that, and comment below if you like. And I thank you so much, and I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you being here and throughout these difficult, challenging times. And everybody is inclusive here, and I love having all of you on my channel. And so with these boundaries and things like that on this channel, keep it clean, keep it clear. Good energy, you will be blocked off if you're trying to start anything on here, or trying to bully anybody else or bully me on this channel. You cannot be on here and bully other people or try to sabotage anything on this channel. And we need that the most right now, that everybody is inclusive here, and that will not be tolerated. So I thank you so much, guys, again, and I look forward to seeing you on my next reading. I'll be doing them every other day throughout the week. They won't be as long as this one. It's just that I haven't been in for so long that I had to kind of include everything. And so again, I appreciate it so much, guys, and I really look forward to the next reading.